folks, pay attention to this. Only in New York City and California to come up with ideas like this. New York City wants to spend $65 million on homeless shelter for transgender people. Do you hear what I just said? $65 million just for transgender people, as if there's like so many of them. Overnight, apparently there's like a massive increase of people that are transgender. So New York City opens Ace's Place homeless shelter in Long Island City, the nation's first city-funded shelter exclusively for transgender identifying individuals, costing taxpayers $65 million over 5 years to provide 150 beds. That's it. You ready for this? Equating to $87,000 per bed annually through 2030. Sean Ebony Coleman, CEO of Destination Tomorrow, Bronx-based LGBTQ center running the facility, said the shelter is named after his mother, whose nickname was Ace. Department of Social Services Commissioner Molly Wassow said Ace's Place will offer transgender New Yorkers a safe place to heal and stabilize in trauma-informed settings with the support of staff who are deeply invested in their growth and well-being, Park told everybody else. And then the shelter operation Destination Tomorrow includes a full-time psychiatric nurse, social workers, and holistic mental wellness programs like yoga, meditation, with plans for culinary programs offering hands-on kitchen experiences. I would not be eating that food. But when you read a story like this, okay, with what's going on in New York City, and you wonder why people are leaving New York City, because they're sitting there saying, my taxpayer money is going to this? Yes. So all this tax I pay in New York, you're spending it for this? Yes. Now imagine if Mamdani wins New York. If Mamdani wins and the 123 billionaires, say half of them leave, say 60 of the 123 billionaires leave, and they go to where? Palm Beach, Miami, Manalapan, Lantana, someplace, Brentwood, Tennessee. They pick a place to go anywhere but New York. They go. This is the most important question you got to ask yourself. You ready? This is by far the most important question you got to ask yourself. Rob, can you play the clip of Elizabeth Warren? This is by far the most important question New Yorkers got to ask themselves. Just go to my X account and you'll see it, Rob, all the way. It's like 5 clips down. There's a clip of Elizabeth Warren with CNBC. They're having a conversation and she gets challenged on the billionaire stuff. And watch what she says about billionaires. And Rob, you can probably fast forward the stuff that he's saying at the beginning. Go until she comes up. Okay, right there. Start it from the moment she starts talking. Go back a little bit and start it from right there. Go ahead.
And doing that by raising the most revenue as possible without chasing businesses and the high-income taxpayers out of the city, because they can go to Austin, they can go to Dallas, they can go to Atlanta, they can go to Nashville. This is your issue. It's a national issue, not a local issue.
The issue is affordability.
Do
you know how many working families are chased out of New York City every day?
This is the most important thing.
Because they can't afford housing, they can't afford groceries, they can't afford childcare.
And it's the billionaires' fault.
What Zoran is saying is, I want people to be able to afford to live in New York City. That's what keeps it a vibrant city. That's what makes people want to live
Nobody
here.
disagrees with that, Senator, but raising taxes in order to do it? Why is that the answer?
Oh, dear. Are you worried that billionaires are going to go hungry?
No, I'm worried that they're going to leave and spend their money elsewhere.
You know, they've threatened to do that over and over.
And they
again.
have.
They've left.
But here's the thing.
And Goldman Sachs, when they create new jobs, they do it in Dallas. And Blackstone won't build a new headquarters. And go on and on.
You want to have a workable city? You want to have a city that's vibrant. You want to have a city where the streets are full, where there are things for sale 24 hours a day. Then you need people who can live here and work.
Well, we got that right now, by the way. I would point out New York is thriving. So now it's doing pretty well, actually.
I'm glad you think they're doing well, because a lot of people are struggling to pay for housing.
You can pause that right there, Rob. So check this out, folks. Here's the question you got to ask yourself. Vinny, I'm going to ask you this as well. I know you're a math guy, so I'm going to come to you probably for this.
Let me get my pen ready.
So check this out. Check this out. Do you think if these 60 billionaires leave, Rob, can you put a number and ask Grok or ChatGPT if half of the 123 billionaires of New York City leave and move to Florida, how much tax revenue will New York City lose?
Good question.
Okay? How much tax revenue will New York City lose? And I don't even know if that's the number, because if the 123 billionaires leave, imagine how many people worth 100 million will leave, and imagine how many decamillionaires will leave. Look at that. The 123 billionaires in New York are estimated net worth $759 billion. The top 1% of New York City pays 48% of city's taxes.
Wow.
up from 40%. Used to be 40 in 2019, is now 48%. That's a 20% increase in 2 years, okay? If they leave from 2017 to 2022, they lost $13.8 billion in adjusted gross income due to residents moving to Florida. From 2021, state lost $6 billion in AGI, over 60,000 residents moving. Goldman Sachs estimated that similar out immigration has led to a 3% drop in tax revenue in the city. But we're not even talking about that time. We're talking about now. Given New York City's extensive budget, even a 1 to 2% drop-off could equal 700 over even a few $billion. Here's a question I got to everybody in New York City that's excited about Mamdani. All the socialists, all the Democrats, all the liberals. You ready? Say the billionaires leave. Say they leave. Say you lose billions of dollars of tax revenue. Do you think the government's going to adjust the expenditure they have in the city because they lost all that tax revenue? Hell no.
No.
They're not lowering any of the expenditure. Guess what they're doing with all that spending? They're still spending. But guess who's paying for it? You. Low, middle-income families. You know why? Because now jobs are not there. And now your city's spending $65 million of your money on 150 transgenders.
Jeez.
Let me say this one more time. The city's spending $65 million of taxpayers' money in New York City on only 150 transgenders. That's the amount of beds that they're creating. $87,000 per bed is what they're spending. So the reality of it is, you guys can get excited about this. You guys can get excited about all this stuff. These people, when they leave, which they will, many of them did, it cost $14 billion of adjusted gross income. Meanwhile, taxes went up on the top 1%, 20% from 40% to 48%. You don't think there's other places that are, you don't think Florida's going to be knocking on the door saying, hey guys, we'd be more than happy to have you in Palm Beach. You don't think they're talking to Ken Griffin? You don't think they're talking to all the other people? How do you like Florida? 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 They're saying, I freaking love Florida. Really? Yeah, what do you love about it? I love Florida. I love Florida. I love Florida. I love Tennessee. I love Texas. You're losing them. And the Goldman Sachs headquarters that they're building in Dallas is going to be a monstrosity. And they're slowly moving everybody out of New York.
Huge.
Slowly. Adam, thoughts?
Well, people think that whatever has worked in the past, as far as what has made America great, New York City, LA, as examples, are always going to be the greatest cities in America. What we've seen since COVID and what we'll continue to see as socialism and wokeism take place in certain of these cities is they won't be great forever. You know, Trump says, make America great again. Those cities are going to basically use those catchphrases in the next 5, 10, 20 years because those cities are crumbling. Everyone I talk to in LA, it's like, LA just ain't it anymore, dude. I'm moving out of New York City. How much tax revenue left during COVID? I think $20 billion. That will continue to happen. Here's what I've learned when I don't know how much we're allowed to talk about it, but when you were debating those socialists and communists in LA over the weekend.
A lot of them were openly saying I'm a communist. Yeah.
Openly.
Yeah.
Here's what I've learned. They're not idiots. They're not stupid. They're actually very smart, but their energy is funneled into the wrong ideas. And when you have very smart people focused on very dumb things, very bad things will happen. Here's what I realized. This socialism stuff, the free stuff, it's just basically a sugar high. It's having dessert for dinner. It's great, I want to eat, but what's going to happen is your stomach's going to feel bad, your teeth are going to decay, and basically you're going to have to live in a dentist's office. Capitalism is the exact opposite. It's eating healthy, it's being disciplined, it's eating your vegetables. It sucks now, but damn, a couple months, year down the road, you're going to be looking great, you have a six-pack. The reality is the sugar high people are winning, and the capitalists are basically going to move out of town. In New York City, the trans people are the good guys, and the billionaires are the bad guys. Grapple with that.
And question, has it ever worked in the history
No,
of
they just haven't done it right, Vinny.
Oh, that's what it is.
They just haven't killed enough people that get it done.
And just really quick, be honest, what did California look like when we were there? Just the area where we shot. Be honest. What did?
By the way, that was not a safe place where we shot the whole thing.
Not at all. Downtown LA, because we were on the bus. Rob, you saw it. What's that? The shade opened. I looked outside and I was like, "There's no
homeless people, crackhead, homeless, tents,
and by the way, somebody was somebody. There was
But-
a Mexican family selling they had a food stand. There's just a homeless guy laying there in his underwear, and they're acting as if he's not even there, like it's normal. I'm telling you, New York, as bad as it is now, wait.
Yeah.
Just wait. And it's going to be all your fault because you're like a guy that smiles and wants to give you free
You're missing
shit.
one major component.
What?
The weather, bro.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Gotta,
Let
come
me,
on.
Let me get to this
go
next.
ahead.
The Gentleman's Series, VT merch. Let me tell you, the ties that you ask for, black ties. This is 100% silk with the Valuetainment logo is on it with the pocket square tie. We have them in black and blue. Absolutely sharp, incredible quality. It's not the thin, shiny quality. It's great quality. The ties that are here. And the other one is, this is limited edition, 100% leather, Valuetainment bag that's out here. Leather shoulder tote bag that's here. Feel the quality on how the leather feels, by the way.
I feel like Vanna White right here.
Yeah.
This feels great.
And by the way, the VT logo
Love
is
the logo.
there.
Well,
And
Adam
then
knows
when you-
about leather.
And then when you open it up, inside of it, you will see Future Looks Bright right here. Sick, absolutely sick. And by the way, the other day, Michael Beasley was doing a podcast. We're now seeing people actually wearing a Future Looks Bright hat all over the place. Michael Beasley's doing a
NBA
podcast.
player, number 2
NBA
pick of the
players
draft
are- yeah.
many years ago by the Miami Heat.
I can't
Michael
wait
Beasley,
to
respect
see
to you. Future
millions
does
on
look
top
bright.
of millions. I get so many people on X who are posting pictures while they watch this podcast, and they'll tell me how they're watching the podcast, but they'll say, man, look at my Future Looks Bright hat. Look at my Future Looks Bright gear. Love seeing the support. More importantly, we need to convert more people that are coming here. We were just in LA this last weekend for, what do you call it? That show that happens. We won't post any of the pictures. You know the guy that sits in the middle
Jubilee.
and 20 people
Jubilee.
grill you? I was in the middle with 20
That was
anti-capitalists.
awesome, Pat.
It was epic. It was fire, and it'll be released in the next 4 to 6 weeks. Cannot wait to have you guys see it. But the whole premise is we need more people thinking the future looks bright instead of being victims. And, it's not fair. I'm not happy about what's going to happen. I'm so scared about the future. So if you support that as well, go to vtmerch.com, place your order. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.